Hi, Jim Martin at Miller Motorsport Park. We're just outside Salt Lake City, Utah. Amazing scenery and hot racing action.
One of the big stories is the introduction, Cal, for the first time ever of the B-Spec category for the touring cars.
Yeah, it's going to be a great new entry-level class, Greg, for the World Challenge. Very affordable and some really cool cars that we'll see here today.
And we're going to see 4 different classes racing. The touring car B-Spec and touring cars will run in their own separate races, and you have a beautiful look at some of the machinery. But we're going to be starting with the GT and GTS round that will run as a standalone event.
From our friends at Privacy Star and Optima Battery, and on behalf of the Bob Bondurant School of High Performance Driving, gentlemen, start your engines.
Round 4 for the GT and GTS machines. The Pirelle World Challenge is underway. Long, not a great start.
Up front, O'Connor looks strong, but what a recovery by Pat Long after almost stalling on the start.
And Jack Baldwin into the lead in that Hot Wheels Porsche. Look at Galati. Huge run on P.D. Cunningham.
P.D. goes side by side with Michael Galati. Michael has to give way.
Here comes Galati diving down to the inside of P.D. Jack Baldwin having some issues.
But here we see Pat Long really starting to work over Johnny O'Connell. He's looked to the inside here.
And Pat Long has moved into the lead.
This is good, heavy stuff. Look at this side by side.
Pat Long, the race he missed last year, he wins a year later.
He's turned him. Final corner. He's to the inside. He doesn't make it. Here comes Andy Lee. What a dramatic moment in the final corners of this race.
Andy Lee, look at the hand out the window. He goes, I can't believe this.
It was Porsche versus Cadillac, and it's just an honor to be a part of the Porsche family. The car just runs all day long. If you're a track guy or a canyon guy and you want to have fun from beginning to end, there's only one car, and it's a Porsche 911.
I ran out of gas right as we went across the start-finish line, and I thought we had no chance at this at all. The other guys are really strong, but hey, man, if you hang there long enough, sometimes they work it out for you.
It is time for something very special. The touring car and the debut of the touring car B-Spec race is a new format, a 30-minute race with a 10-minute break, then another 30-minute race. Rolling start for the first 2 races because of that short break and preserving clutches. And it's a new format for some of these guys. We went green. And a look at the highlights here, and it was a battle royale right off the start.
For Michael Cooper, remember, he won the 2 opening rounds of this championship way back at St. Pete. Looking strong here once again.
In the touring car B-Spec debut, Capaldi was leading early. He would be out of the race. Hear that squeal? That was Mike Cooper running a bit wide.
As we call this the top lamb chop, he goes straight to the front as Winchester looks for a way through as well.
Meanwhile, we go into the TCB battle, and you can see Bailey was leading it, but Capaldi not giving up. These guys put on an absolutely great show, but look at Jonathan Start. Lamb and Winchester bring it home, a tremendous finish here, a 1-2 for Compass 360 and their Honda Civics. For Jonathan Start, the first ever touring car B-Spec win. And look at that move out to start, another rolling start as we talked about. Cooper way to the inside with the 2 Compass 360 cars. The grid here established by your finishing order in that first race, so they started up front. Pounding the curbs, cut and thrust, inside, outside, absolutely great door-to-door racing. Mike Cooper on the move in the touring car, able to slide through, get by Todd Lamb.
Todd's been really working hard, and he's pushed us off the course 2 or 3 times now. His gloves are off. We're going for it. We're going to win this thing.
These guys were trading paint, trading lines, going after it. And right there you see it again, Lamb and Cooper, door to door, and a little bit of a bump and go. And Cooper finally decides again to give the move down to the inside. Lamb fights for it, floated a little bit wide. Cooper, at this point, finally able to come through.
Todd Lamb left the door open for Cooper to go on to win this one.
So a double sweep for Jonathan Start.
Neither of them were easy. The first one was certainly a little harder. That's the, well, really the first long run we've done on those tires. So I burned them off pretty bad, being pretty aggressive, running those 4 guys in the first race. And then took what we learned from the first race. Even though it wasn't good, we learned, and we applied it to that second one, and we sure got through it.
I just started learning the track. First time ever here. Just want to stay smooth, stay clean. Had a little incident with quality. I'm sorry about that, but, you know, strong race. I'm happy. Little car that could. First B-Spec win. Awesome.
It's time for us to take a look at Sunday's third round of the triple header. It was a standing start for this longer 40-minute race with no breaks. And once again up front, it was the Compass 360 cars that got the launch, but Michael Cooper along the outside, Cal, able to drive around into that first turn. Meanwhile, in the Touring Car B battle, it was Craig Capaldi in the Ford Fiesta leading early, but Sage Marie was on an absolute tear, jumped into the lead in his Honda Fit. There's Tristan Herbert, that blue and white HPA Ren Group Rimtech German Auto Parts VW on a tear, moving up through the pack. Herbert, Lamb going at it again.
Herbert got the second place briefly there, but Lamb immediately responds with these two cutting and diving around here, and Winchester just there in the background trying to manage his tires to see if he can be a factor in the last few laps of the race. Tristan gets the power down nicely and takes that second spot away from Todd Lamb. Great move by Tristan Herbert. He's certainly very aggressive and he's looking for the lead now.
At this point, though, Herbert was in front. Cooper had to tuck into second. Once he got to the front, Tristan Herbert was able to bring it around out of that last turn. The checkered flag awaited. His second career win in Pirelli World Challenge competition, and in the Touring Car B-Spec, it was the number 45 Honda Performance Development Honda Fit of Sage Marie.
I'm still shaking from that race. You know, we had to work with attrition all weekend. We threw a rod early in practice on Thursday. VW fans came together. Somebody gave us their Beetle, and we took the motor out of that, put it in, and we were able to make. We had a bunch of problems yesterday during the two races, and just want to thank HBA Motorsports, GermanAutoParts.com, Brimtech, Steve Golden Racing. I can't do it without Steve Golden. This guy is just unbelievable.
It's a full team effort.
Yeah,
great
absolutely.
Drive,
I can't believe that all that hard work came out, you know, at the end of the weekend like this.
Fast Honda, I got to thank the folks at HPD and Honda and the folks at World Challenge for giving us a place to race. You know, putting the B-Spec series together, getting us all out here, and putting all these cars together, all these manufacturers in such a competitive, close, fun class. Of course, the Honda Fit was a blast to drive. They're just fun little cars.